and welcome to episode, I guess two, but kind of one of Fragging. This is us waffling, as we said in the description of the podcast, but this is our first proper episode. I am Aina, and we have Christoph here as well. So we're just gonna
Yeah,
kind of be talking.
I just want to say if there's anyone listening and they're interested, hit us up on YouTube or Instagram at
Yep,
the one and only Fragging on Instagram and just Fragging on YouTube. And
and we're also
comment.
up on Anchor and also Spotify and all the other major podcast groups. So yeah, we're kind of everywhere.
Make sure to comment if you have anything to say. I'd
Yeah.
love to, comment on some things. Anyway, so
Yeah, so this week we actually have some things that we're going to talk about, seeing as the last time most of it was filled with um hmm
yeah,
interspersed with us talking over each other, which was trash. But hey, looked at the we've looked at the recording and we've decided things that we want to change, so we've changed them.
yeah, okay. So number one, you're going to be the one mainly talking about this because you know
Oh
more.
yeah, true, true. Yeah, I do know more about this. So, as you probably know, right? There's been something going on in Myanmar, right? So they had a military coup a couple of weeks ago, I think, into last week. And since then, there's been loads and loads of like protests, especially between the like younger members of society, so like sort of under 24, under 25, that kind of group. And instead of just keeping it like internal, they've moved to the internet. And that's why it's such a big thing because they've started bringing in like jokes and stuff into their campaigning, and they've just made it more accessible to the outside world, really. So it's getting a lot more worldview. Worldview? Is that the word?
Publicity was
Yeah, that's the word. Thank you. I
um,
swear. I swear my brain works.
also like can you I don't know, can you tell us like where did you hear about this first?
Oh, so I remember, I'm pretty sure it was my mom had mentioned this at dinner. We were talking about it and it was mentioned. And then today I saw a Telegraph article, an article in the Telegraph. So I was reading through that and then I decided to do a little bit more research on it. And yeah, I found it really interesting that they were doing all this because like it's not always that we get to hear stuff that's going on sort of outside of like, Europe and well, America. So much going on in America these days, but we'll probably get into that later in the podcast. Who knows?
And where is Myanmar? I mean, I've never heard of
Oh,
that country.
yeah. So it's like Southeast Asia, near enough to China. I'm pretty sure it borders China. Um, there was a whole big scandal the last few years with the Muslim Rohingya tribes being sort of kicked out of uh, China and into Myanmar, and then just being massacred in Myanmar. And it was horrible, horrible to hear, to see on the news. That was, yeah, bad time. And I'm pretty sure that was still going on. But I don't know very much about that, so I'm not gonna be talking about stuff that I don't particularly know. So yeah, that was a piece of information that was big to me today. Do
Yeah,
you got
good.
any points you want to know more about on that?
Yeah, feel free to comment. And yeah, I'm looking here. It's a nice Google CNN. I'm pretty sure CNN isn't that well liked, but whatever. 10 hours ago, Myanmar protesters rally against military coup and things like
Yeah,
that. But
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. And I remember, I'm pretty sure on Instagram, I might have seen a couple of the pictures of the protests, but I didn't really know what was going on and I kind of skipped through. But some of them, the slogans were like, um, I'm not even in a relationship. Why do I want a dictatorship? And all this, just like like jokes, you know. Um, so yeah, fun.
So
Fun. Well,
apparently,
it's not actually fun, but I just say fun for things that are stressful in my life.
Myanmar is democratic. Okay, it's interesting.
Well, it was until the
Until
coup.
it, but so basically, what like the army is like, oh well, we're bored of just doing training. We want to do something. Let's make a coup. Let's just rule this place.
Well, okay, so it was a military state, and then back in, I think it was 1988. I think I remember reading that it was 1988. It could have been 1989 or something like that. Anyways, it was like 20 something years ago, right? 20, 40, 1999. Maybe it was 1999. I, I'm going off track here anyways, but it was a military state and it was run by the government and there were really tight restrictions on everything. And then there were loads of protests and there was a revolution and it became democratic. It sort of stood it itself into being its own nation, like a free nation, and that's why the younger generations, like who are below 20, who have grown up in the free Myanmar, that's why they're so angry because everyone else knows what it was like and remembers what it was like to be in the oppressed Myanmar. But these people, they grew up in a free Myanmar, and that's why they're so outspoken about why Myanmar should be free again, you know? Yeah.
Okay. Honestly, until today, I've never heard about this.
Well, you learn something new every
Um,
day.
well, I mean, if you're basically playing War Thunder all day, like, how am I supposed to know if like there's a coup in Asia?
Yeah, true. Well, speaking of dictatorships, oh, you seen Putin has put his opposition in prison?
Yeah, that seems quite. Well, I mean, it's
It's
nothing
nothing,
new.
no.
Like I remember a few years back, like I was talking to someone about it, and they were saying that like there's only one party in Russia, and so on. So like like and whoever opposes Putin is basically just kind of deleted and murdered and disappears. Has a convenient
Convenient
or
deaths, yeah.
inconvenient car crash.
Or what was the latest one? A nerve agent attack. Convenient,
It would be a
and then
pity
he
if your
survived.
if the brakes on your car were to
Oof,
fail.
tasty. Wait, sorry. So, Christoph, I don't know if you'll be able to help me out with this. Was it the same guy he put in prison? Was he the guy who had the nerve agent?
Well, it didn't. I don't know if it's exactly a nerve agent, but as I understand, he was poisoned on a plane, but he didn't die. So he probably was a nerve agent.
Oh,
He was
it was a
poisoned.
different guy
He
then.
didn't die. So yeah, and so he went to Germany, and he was in I think Berlin, where then they
They arrested him.
fixed him up.
Sorry, and then he
No,
went
they didn't
back
arrest him.
to Russia.
Yeah, because well, in Germany, Russia doesn't have any
No,
control. They
no,
can't
they don't know
go
any of that
arresting people.
stuff. And it's not like it's EU, like common law, where some places in the EU are like, yeah, if you want to arrest this guy, feel free. But
Yeah.
yeah, don't got none of that. It's mad though that he has so much power, man.
Well,
That's
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure the way I understood it though is that he's president until he dies or something silly like that.
Well, yes and no. He will be president until he dies, but he wasn't ever elected like that. He was elected as a president, but then he like for a term, and then he kept passing bills that would allow him to serve for longer. Like I remember earlier in, I think it was 2020, he passed a bill that apparently had unanimous support to let him serve in office for another 12 years, which was, oh, it's just craziness. It's craziness that he can get away with
He's
it.
also like
I
70.
know he's so old, and yet somehow he manages to look like so much younger than Trump. Like obviously he is younger than Trump, but not by much, and he manages to look more sprightly.
Well, he looks a lot like, the actor, I think he's called Daniel Craig, the guy who acts James Bond. They look really
I
similar, and
don't
I
think
find
they
it
look
really funny.
similar. Wow.
I do.
Daniel Putin.
Huh?
Daniel Putin. Okay.
Daniel Putin.
Oh well.
Wow. What a
Just love it when the internet lags, so the joke has to be said again and then it just isn't funny anymore. Yeah, that's a crazy thing to happen.
double O vodka.
I'll have that shaken, not stirred.
What's Putin's full name again?
Vlad.
Vladimir. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, Vladimir Bond.
Oh no. Oh, that sounds so wrong. Sounds.
when when the new Russian president is into some
Oh
bondage.
no,
What?
no. We can't be saying that. He'll come and kill us.
Oh yes, we can. Sure. Okay, so yeah, basically there's protests in Russia because finally people are like, yeah, we're done with
Ah,
any form of
Putin, stop that. That's
communism.
that's a dick move.
Yeah, we want to what you call it, democracy like the rest of the
Yep.
world. America be like.
Well,
Uh,
they did get some democracy done until
they did, yeah.
until the MAGA crew stormed Capitol Hill and then got branded as
That's true.
terrorists.
Well, that's not exactly terrorism. I mean, they didn't. I'm pretty sure someone did get killed, but
They
they didn't
also
do anything
destroyed a
because there's only
bunch of
one.
stuff inside the house, I think, like graffiti
Yeah,
and that.
but also the thing is, the main part of that building is closed off anyway. Like it was said that they actually most people just walked in the front door, sat around, took selfies, and said blah blah, and posted on Twitter or whatever,
Though
and did
because
their
they did
life
it,
in Chatham.
they were branded as terrorists. So I remember I saw on the news there's this one woman who was like, "Oh yeah, um, oh I can't remember how it started, but anyways, she was in the airport and she was like scandalized. She was like, "We only went into Capitol Hill um to promote Trump, to make America great again, and to stop the blatant corruption that is Biden. Like, why should I be on a no-fly list? All I did was walk into Capitol Hill. Like, what?" And it's crazy because it's these types of people who follow Trump who are always the ones to be like, "Oh yeah, no-fly lists. That's great. Protect America," and like all these like restrictions on flights in and out of America. And yet she's the one who's now being affected by the no-fly list. So it's really funny.
Well, I mean, I guess you should really, be able to bear the consequences of
Exactly. I
what
think
you like,
that's
which
why
kind of
so
people.
many of these people um are having so many like breakdowns. They're like, "What? But this is so legal," because they just follow Trump so hard that they didn't actually realize that there would be consequences. I think you're very right there, Christoph.
Speaking of consequences, Jeff Bezos says he's leaving Amazon.
Oh, what could that do for the world? Yeah, that's madness. What's he
I
gonna
mean,
do now?
I don't know if it's confirmed, but I heard it, and I mean, he has so much money at this
Oh
point,
yeah.
so
He said
uh,
he's
he
concentrating on colonizing space. Seems like he's
sounds
copying Big Elon.
sounds like someone else. What's next? Electric cars. Hello.
Okay, and we're back. We had some technical difficulties there.
Looks like
Um,
I did something.
yeah, I accidentally just
Oh,
I ended the recording. So where were we? We were talking about Jeff Bezos or Bezos
yeah,
or however
about
you pronounce that. I'm
leaving
struggling here.
Amazon.
He left Amazon, yeah.
No, no, he's leaving.
Oh,
There's
he
some
is leaving. Sorry, it's not. He actually did leave. That was up. Yeah. You know more about this now. You were reading up on this, I think, weren't you?
what I was reading about it, but I just think more like what's gonna happen now? Will we see like who's gonna be the like new guy? Will there
Oh yeah.
or or will they have like a board like kind of I think Apple has it where they have a group of people who come together and then they talk about what's
Pretty sure they
happening.
did already have a board of like directors, but then he was just the lead guy, you know?
Yeah, I think so. Because I mean, like he has other stuff to do as well than just Leap P and Amazon.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I think it's quite cool that another thing when you talk about Amazon is I think that workers are paid more now because this is not confirmed. So maybe go read this yourself, guys. But there was a big protest kind of in multiple, Amazon
What, like the factories and plants?
workstations. Yeah, and that they're getting paid better now.
That's good. That's good.
Obviously, probably not full thing like how much they deserve because I've seen like where they work and I know that Amazon owns like an airport in America in the desert where literally just like Amazon planes go there to like sort cargo and so on, which is kind of crazy. But that like the pilots aren't that well paid and
Oh
all these
man.
kind of things. But I mean, you want to hear what you want to hear. So most people will probably just immediately think of bad pay when they think of Amazon. And so I think that's kind of like shitty in a way
Mm,
because things might be
they might
changing. They might have someone showing up who's like, well, they already have lots of money. I've been working for Amazon for ages. Things need to change.
still
We need
though,
to
it
adapt.
doesn't mean Jeff isn't a bit of a dick. He's just not a nice man, I've heard.
Oh, I haven't
I've
heard
I've
anything.
heard he's just not a nice man. But I'm not going to be dissing on
Maybe,
him if I haven't actually like done proper research on this. Oh wow. Oh wow. His name is Jeff Preston Bezos. Don't know why I find that so funny,
wow.
but that's quite funny.
Jeff pressed on the workers, Bezos.
Wow.
Okay, I gotta stop. These are bad puns.
We have issues. Let's look at some Jeff
Only
Bezos
mild
quotes.
issues.
If you do build a great experience, customers will tell each other about that. Word of mouth is very powerful. That's such a boring quote.
What, that doesn't tell me anything. That sounds like I don't know what they would say above the entrance when you go to like the office of
Well,
Amazon to
Christoph,
make a complaint.
let's be honest. We could use this. Now, we need to build a great experience in our podcast. Customers tell each other about that. Word of mouth is very powerful, Christoph.
Word of mouth when the recording stops halfway through and we keep interrupting each other. Yes,
Yes,
a pleasant
a
experience.
great experience, in
Oh,
fact.
it will be legendary.
Oh, this is just amazing.
Well. Okay, well, I mean, also, I think what's kind of cool is that Amazon is coming to Ireland. Yeah, Ireland, local. We might be working for Amazon. We might not be saying anything negative anymore soon. Uh,
Well, I think it's quite good that Amazon are coming here, mainly because we used to have to get all of our delivery shit off of
the
Amazon.co.uk, and
UK.
the UK have left, like there's going to be lots of import taxes. Now luckily when I um bought my shoes, well, my shoes aren't off of Amazon, but they're off of Vans. They didn't come from the UK, so I didn't have to pay any extra taxes on them. But like anything coming from the UK, they have big taxes on. And yeah, if Amazon comes to Ireland, then we'll just bypass all of that, and also the delivery will be faster. So I think it's just a win-win, and also it'll bring in jobs. So win-win-win. Let's go.
Yeah. Although Ireland, I mean Ireland, Amazon probably won't be paying Ireland that many taxes, considering Ireland is a tax haven for literally every big
Yeah,
company, one including Apple.
and Intel as well. And I'm pretty sure
Mm-hmm.
there's a big Dell plant in
There is.
either Dublin or like somewhere near there.
Yeah, there's actually I think a Dell or Intel like office really close to Shannon or Shannon
Oh,
Airport.
really?
I remember when we went there for like a school
That's
event,
pretty
the
cool.
Young Innovators or some weird thing. Yeah.
But yeah, Ireland really do be having the high taxes for everyone that comes from Ireland. But if a big multinational comes in, it's like, oh, yeah, no, we'll just drop our taxes real quick just for you. It's
Ah.
just for you, they say to every
Well,
multinational.
I don't think the taxes here are that high
Well,
compared to like
well,
the
obviously they're like lower than
some
like Switzerland or somewhere like that, but even Switzerland has high taxes has low taxes for some things,
yeah, but
such as
I
banking.
guess well, I mean, what I hear at the moment, I heard this on Joe Rogan and Impulsive, is that like what's the main one in America, all the state where like all the YouTubers go and the clout madness. I think it's California.
Yes, yeah.
That loads of people are leaving. Like Joe Rogan fecked off. He went to Texas, I think, where the tax isn't like 50% or like no, I think it's 55%. Yeah, and I was
55,
listening to
but
some guy.
that where does that money
I
go
think
if you're
so.
not even getting
No, no, no.
healthcare?
I was listening to this guy talk, and he's saying that he usually doesn't spend money on anything. He doesn't buy cars, doesn't buy a house. You know, he lives with his friend, and like this is one of Logan Paul's friends, and that he said that literally 55% of the money that he made that year went to fixing holes in the road. Like, and I quote this from him, and yet there's still holes in the
Man,
road,
that's
and
honestly
so
so
he was,
sad because
yeah,
like they don't even have good healthcare in the US. Well,
mm,
they do. They have good health care if you want to pay lots of money. They don't have good free healthcare.
yeah, we got that free over here.
All you got to do is pay 35 euros for your doctor appointment, and then you can get referred to the hospital. Then you can get referred to to like a clinic, then referred. It'll take ages, but it'll be free.
At least here in Ireland, the ambulance isn't a grand per drive.
Oh, in some places, depending on how long the ambulance has to drive, in some places in the US, it can be like 10,000 even. Like if you're in a remote area, it's like 10,000.
Mm. Well, then maybe they pay for the helicopter or something.
Yeah, I'm
But
pretty sure.
do I know? I mean, the best thing is probably just to join the army because I think anyone who joins the army in America or in any country, usually they are given free healthcare. I know the Irish army is. I would say the American army is too, that they just get free healthcare for at least along the time that they're in the army and then
Mm.
probably the time after. Although I hear that they get a lot of like speeches and presentations and things like told to what they should do after their military career. Like some guys go into, where they get paid as bodyguards
Yeah,
or
yeah, like professional
private
security.
military.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it's kind of the money that you make from the army usually isn't that amazing. Maybe if you're like a general or something, but most of the time it's literally just average wage and
Yeah.
it's quite scary after.
And then especially if you come home with like PTSD or something, and then it's just a struggle, you know?
You know, especially then in America. I think as well, like if you go visit like a psychologist, they are quite expensive.
Yeah, and they have so few like safety nets for people who are struggling in society, you know? Wow, we're just kind of
Mm.
ragging on America. Bruh.
America's a nice place. It's still a place of dreams. Just the dreams are harder to get to, I'd say
It's a
now.
dreams, place of dreams. Just keep dreaming.
Nah, I'd still like to go to
I'd
America. I
like to.
still want to see some places.
I wouldn't want to live there though, personally.
Yeah, not really either. I mean, maybe in like a safer state, or like in Canada at the border. I don't know, somewhere where it's a bit.
Mm,
Canada is like people. Someone was, I
it's
think, who was just
chill.
saying some guy who was the guy who was trying to get president, but he didn't even get enough votes to be in the election run.
Oh,
Bernie
Bernie
Sanders,
Sanders. Yeah.
and he was saying that like in America, it's like €1,000 for penicillin
Oh, like
shots or something here.
antibiotics.
Yeah, and then you go over the border to Canada where it's for free, or it's like 100 euro or
Fun.
dollars, or and it's just like it's so.
It's actually craziness. Like, sure, even to get like a COVID test, it was like $3,000, and then you get them for free here.
Yeah, I mean, I think also though, like it depends how. I guess it's like if you look into the history of like let's say Ireland, there's never been a whole thing of like the government trying to control the country, and because it's so small,
Mm,
like the whole fight has always been to be like, the English. Now that the English are
exactly.
kind of gone, it's
Yeah.
like now we can chill. Why would we try rule over it ourselves? There's so little of us anyway. It
It's
doesn't
fine.
get
We
you
can just
anywhere.
be chill. Though obviously there
We
is the
can
whole. Oh, continue.
we can just own half of Dublin, and that's basically controlling the country.
Bruh.
you, you control the stock of apartments. Oh
Mm. And yet, and yet, the prices still stay up. I'm pretty sure we talked about it in the last episode, so we won't
yeah,
have to talk about it now.
40 or something.
Disgustingly
Okay.
expensive, anyways.
Well, you know what else is expensive? Social media. Nice segue.
Ironic because
Uh,
it's free, but it's not free for your mental health because that hurts.
well, no, my uncle keeps, for example, telling me that social media actually isn't free because you're paying with your data.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
everyone pays with your data. The second you own a computer, you're paying with data.
Yeah,
Like you're paying for the internet connection to your house, so you're paying for data already. So yeah,
but
but
you're paying with your
basically,
data. Yeah, exactly.
I think the price will come in the future. Like at the moment, we don't notice it as much yet. I mean, there is a bit with Trump and Twitter, and you see what's going on there. How literally a post can do something, or it's the same thing with Elon Musk.
Oh,
Like
he smoked one joint and his stock dropped.
but no, it wasn't. It wasn't just that. It was also that there's this new app on Apple called I forget the name. It's Clubhouse. It's where a bunch of people talk, a bit like a podcast, and then there's a load of other random people in the thing that can listen. It's like a weird
Okay.
type of social media. It might blow up soon. It's really new. And basically, Elon Musk was talking on it, and he was like literally saying like, "I have to be really careful with what I say here because it could, impact the market." Like he could say, "Oh, everyone buy Bitcoin," and Bitcoin, BIP will be gone.
Well,
You wouldn't be able
sure.
to get a single more.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
So he has like loads of influence in that way. But I think in the future, when our generation, who are basically the lab rats for social media, are like older, it's gonna get hairy because
Yeah.
like what if you go to like a shop, not a shop, but like to like a job application, and you know how you have like a thing saying where you worked previously, sometimes your health, whatever,
Well,
depends on the
some
job.
jobs do that already. They look through your social media.
Oh, like
Um,
that's awful. Like, dude, I'm so glad I deleted my old Instagram posts. like
my
my
Instagram is
cringy.
chill, but
No, like my cringy ass from my first relationship. Like, bruh, hell no, hell
ooh,
no.
ooh, mm,
Keeping that stuff hidden. Like,
Christoph be hiding that bleep. Couldn't be
I
saying
don't
the
want to.
names, but yeah. Oh man, that was
It's
craziness.
quite.
I,
It's
f-
like
I
I
forgot.
think it's
Damn, I
really
forgot that
scary.
happened. That was a while ago.
Or like, imagine you're going to join college, and they're like, okay, you need 1,000 followers to be able to join this college. We don't even care about your results in your test. You need at least 1,000 followers. Like, what? But like, us combined only have like 500 followers, and like
Do we?
barely,
Let me
maybe
check that. Let me
barely like
check
a
that.
thousand. Barely
Yeah,
like maybe 1,000 if we added all the other social media. Like, it's ridiculous.
I
Like,
know it's stupid craziness.
and I know this guy. He's quite interesting. He's a teacher. Well, he was a teacher in my school, and he was saying that in the end it will probably come down to like who has the most followers and stuff. And oh, I don't want to be around when that happens. I want to be an old man living in Canada in a
Living far away.
yeah, living far away, going skiing every day. I feel like it, and just doing whatever. Like, I just I just think that might happen, but I don't know. Depends for how long. Like, Instagram will be around. Like, at the moment, it's doing pretty well, but I feel like it will soon die out. The question is, where will we go after that? TikTok? No, TikTok is silly.
I managed to survive still without TikToking.
I'm literally your TikTok like dealer. I send you
Oh yeah,
TikTok.
you send me TikToks, and I'm glad though because like any TikTok that I see on like Instagram, they're always like the generic me TikToks, you know?
Oh yeah, nah.
For anyone listening to the podcast, you may hear us making weird ass sound effects. That's just shit we do. Sorry. Um, weird ass generic boring TikToks. There we go. Um, but yeah, the ones you send me, they're funny because um, yeah, you know that I like them.
Yeah, but I do find that like I literally had to tell my girlfriend the other day, like you should be like careful with how much you like go on TikTok, seeing as the minutes are literally like not the minutes, the videos can only be a minute long. So what? That's the longest your attention span can be, and it's like, oof, you know. So that's a bit scary.
Oh man, worrying.
And I think especially for someone like me or people who have a bit more of attention deficit, that like it'll just be worse for them because there's so many interesting things. Oh, look, a notification. Oh, look, a new video's out. Oh, look, this guy's live. Like,
Christoph when he whips out the ADD.
like literally, like one time, I don't know what it was. I was on my phone and I was like started scrolling on YouTube and I was like, no, I'm stopping. I'm stopping right now because I know this is just YouTube being like, ooh, you want to spend more time on me. You want to scroll more. You want to see more videos, and it's just like stop, you know.
Yeah,
Or it's even worse on Instagram because Instagram is just bullshit that like you don't need. You really don't. It's like none of it is gonna help you. Even like kind of factual and more interesting stuff. Like you follow like I follow the Unilad guy and he posts sometimes interesting things or some kind of engineering thing. But even that is like yeah, it's like stupid. I might as well listen to a podcast of like interesting
of two
people.
guys waffling. Hmm?
Listens to self.
Subtle plug.
What narcissistic behavior, eh?
Literally. It's funny because you literally did spend another whatever hour listening to this podcast just to make sure we
I
hadn't
did,
fucked up.
yeah. That's some nice little editing. Well,
Edit,
well,
edit.
well, also, what I also found really annoying, especially with social media, is I mentioned this to you earlier. Is like how everything is so America focused. Like how like there's this one YouTuber. He's kind of small and Irish, and he
Big
literally his
ups,
big dream
Ryan.
is yeah, no, not Ryan Marr.
Oh, it's not
It's this
Ryan?
other guy, another guy who was in that house,
Oh,
TikTok house, in
I
called
don't know
he's
about
called
anyone
Ron
else.
Bujan or something. And basically his thing is like, oh, I want to, go to America and it's so much like better and cooler. Or like, and I find that's like such like why? Like why is it like if you go in like one of the cities here, like Limerick or Dublin, everyone's like trying to be like there's no Irish style, is there? Like, and I'm not
No,
talking like hillbilly farmer stuff. There's just no generic the way it
no,
works here.
there isn't a special Irish style. Like at least if you go to like France, you'll see like French fashion is different, you know.
Yeah.
Or if you go to Italy, Italian fashion, it's different.
If you
In
go to Germany,
Ireland,
they all got
and
bread.
yeah, bread. Ooh, speaking of bread, I made some unreal bread. But yeah, continuing with this fashion thing, like there's none there. I do see where you're coming from with that, you know.
So yeah, it's a bit woof woof. And it's just
Exactly.
quite annoying then how also a lot of conversation I hear like politically people talking about is like, oh, you know, in America they're doing this, and over here we got like the Americans and Trump and oh blah blah, and it's like, so I guess the rest of the world just doesn't exist. You know, it's like that meme I saw somewhere. It was like, American movies, we gotta
How
save the world, and it's just America. It's just like, okay, buddy, okay, you don't even got a billion. You don't even got a billion people in America. So yeah,
nope.
so it's a bit of a tough one on the old chicken nugget.
What you mean on the old chicken nugget?
Well, I was just thinking about, do you know, like in the first lockdown when all those yeah, memes, I know, very sad, all those Yoda memes, baby
Oh,
Yoda,
Baby Yoda with his chicky nuggies.
I want my chicken nuggies. Oh, and I
Oh,
just I just thought of that. Thank God they're
man.
like done.
Me too, because honestly, like, one of the main reasons that I actually didn't watch The Mandalorian was because of Baby Yoda, because of all of his memes. But then when I did watch it, it was chill because he wasn't all me, I'm so cute, I'm so ha 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 amazing, ha 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 ha.
Yeah, it
No,
was a,
he was just a child,
well, actually,
and that was fine
I like how they explain it. They're like, oh, actually, he's 50 years old and he's just acting like a child and like he's not a
because he
Jedi.
develops big slow. I say
No, no,
big
no,
slow.
no, not
Oh, he's
development. It's the fact that he was hiding. He hid his force powers, so he couldn't be detected by Darth Vader and Darth Sidious and all that. Yeah,
oh wow, that's actually really interesting.
you don't remember they mentioned that.
I don't actually remember that now.
I think Ahsoka says that in that one scene where.
Oh, I do actually, yeah, in the Ahsoka episode. I'm still slowly getting through the Clone Wars. I'm still on season 3.
Oh wow, me's binged it all and like twice. I think I watched it like twice now.
Well, the problem is I end up spending my time procrastinating on like YouTube or Instagram or something stupid like that because they're shorter time spans. So I can be like, oh yeah, I'll watch one like YouTube video for like 10 minutes and then I'll do my work. But then it's multiple episodes, it's multiple videos, and then
Yeah.
I've wasted as much time as it would have been for watching an episode of Clone Wars. So it's just stupid.
That's so me though as well. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do my schoolwork. Oh hey, Instagram post. Someone posted. Oh hey, look at
Ooh,
this. Look at this PUBG mobile on this phone here. Oh damn, I'm getting some kills. Damn, a gun game now. And then whoop, 2 hours later. You know.
oh man. Or ooh, look, someone texted me. I'll answer them. Realizes that I have like text from loads of other people. Ends up answering loads of people. Then they all start replying. So then I have to answer them again, and it's just it's like, oh man, this is how quickly time can disappear.
Yeah, but I think recently, like what this lockdown is, what I'm kind of like hyped about is like you mentioned this a few days ago, is how a lot of Star Wars stuff is coming out. Like
Oh yeah,
in the future, we're gonna have
hyped.
the 3 movie trilogy that's gonna be like co-seat directed by George Lucas in hopes to fix the sequels and stuff. And that
Hmm.
sounds really good. And the fact that it
That
might
sounds
play,
very, yeah.
the time of the Old Republic, so like more Jedi based, but no, not Skywalker, more like just the kind of mythic side of Star Wars.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I guess I would be happy with that to know like the history of sort of what happened, what happened before the war, the Clone
Yeah.
Wars, and especially just without Anakin, because personally I find him really annoying.
Which
Though in the
one?
Clone Wars he's actually really chill. It's just I don't really like Hayden Christensen, which is why I'm a bit disappointed that he's gonna be in the new what's how did I just forget Obi-Wan's name? He's gonna be in the new Obi-Wan series.
Well, I say it's a series. I thought it was a movie. Well,
Yeah, it's 6 episodes, each an hour long. That's what I heard. I'm
oh.
not sure. I
Well,
just heard that.
I think Hayden will definitely be better now compared to the trash acting from episode two, Attack of the Clones. But
Oh.
he'll be better because he has what, like 10 years under his belt, or
Yeah,
15.
exactly.
So there'll be more. He'll be
It's
better.
lots. Yeah.
But I'm so looking forward to seeing more Ewan McGregor. I mean, the
Me too.
videos, the videos, like he does so much other stuff. Like there's a whole like documentary on YouTube, I think, where like him and his brother are like flying in like World War II bombers, and like he does so much other stuff than just basic acting. I like
Yeah,
that.
and I like the way he's just such a nice guy as well.
Just the voice. I love it.
Yeah, true. General Kenobi. Oh, wow, we're such nerds.
It's great.
Um,
We're like,
oh, and then the Ahsoka Tano series is coming out.
ooh, it's gonna be cool.
Honestly, I'm a little bit disappointed that Ahsoka doesn't look how I expected her to look.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, a cartoon character is never going to look like a normal person. It's just not how I expected her, let's be honest.
Well, I mean, like the Mandalorian version was a bit like bad, to be honest.
Well, yeah, because she was so small in the Clone Wars. She was like a short, skinny
Well,
girl.
she does.
Well, not short, but she was short and skinny,
She gets.
and obviously she does grow up,
Yeah.
but she doesn't grow up to be like tall,
Well,
you know?
she's not. She's not Chewbacca level. 7 foot.
Well, she's not like that in the Mandalorian either. She's
No.
just kind of average in the Mandalorian. But hey,
I'm gonna say this
what
though.
can you do?
Like low key,
Yeah.
Mando seems a bit dumb. Like sure, he's good at fighting. He's got all the skills, but he seems a bit like a dumbass. Like that's his
Oh,
only. That's He seems a bit stupid.
want to explain?
Not as a character. Like there's good development. It's interesting how he's like, like the Mandalorian is a good series, but him as a
Oh,
cat,
I
like
love it.
when you watch him, he seems kind of stupid. Like the whole thing where spoilers, like Baby Yoda is in this temple in one of the episodes,
Oh
and
man, and then he
he's
just
he's
puts down. Oh,
and then he tries to like get in and free him and gets zapped and tries to do it again, I think, and he's just a bit dense. It's like
and then oh, sorry, I'm gonna cut across you here. And then he just like puts down his jetpack, and then instead of walking the whatever 20 meters to his jetpack, he decides to climb the hill on foot, and then gets up there just as the what are they called? Death troopers? What are they?
Death Troopers, yeah. Well, I think he also maybe he didn't do that because it's jet
Dark
fuel.
troopers.
It's jet
Sorry.
fuel for the jetpack, and maybe it's expensive. I don't know. Like, where does Mando get his credits? Where does he get his money? Like, sure, a few bounty hunter stuff, but he seems
He
like
mm,
he never really you never see him making that much money.
yeah, actually, yeah. Well, he might have gotten some from, like the guild. Well, not the guild, but his clan. And he was making money on his bounty hunters. He was, I remember in season one, he was Mr. Professional Bounty Hunter, and he was the
Well, that was at the
like
start.
like the best. Yeah, but then you never see him earn money since then.
Exactly. Like, how much did that guy cost? He
I guess,
took him like 10
yeah.
million or something. Yeah,
And then he's all flying across the galaxy in his
shiny.
Razor
Oh,
Crest or Laser Crest. The crest. Oh man, I was actually so sad when it blew up.
yeah.
I really liked his sniper. I really liked his sniper.
I
Also,
think.
the ship was really
Ah, well,
cool,
come on,
but the sniper was
come
cool.
on. Boba is so superior to Mando. Like he has a really, I really like Boba's voice because it's from the old Star Wars Battlefront. And it's a really good voice for
And
clones.
the clone voice,
It's like it's like just like the simulations that meme and all that. But like his
just
voice,
like the simulations.
yeah,
Yeah.
the voice is really good from Boba, and I'm very excited to see more Boba action, especially
Well,
also
yeah, in the new Boba Fett series.
especially also with the fact that he has that like lady from what is it, Agents of Shield,
Oh, you're one,
super
yeah.
sniper, whatever.
Oh, what was her name? Fennec, I think,
Yeah.
or Fennec or something. Yeah, Mrs. Sniper,
So that like yeah, I think
Agent May.
no, but people are also saying that like in the next 10 years we're going to see like Disney has Star Wars just planned for the next 10 years, but I think I do kind of worry like how far can it go? Like, won't we?
Hmm.
If you have too much of one thing, it gets boring and bad.
Well, yeah, some series go trash after the second season,
That's called Agents of
but
Shield. Watch it, guys, and you'll see what I mean. It just gets worse.
I quit. I quit in season five.
Just get
It got out of hand.
quality degrades. Like the first one, kind of interesting. Yeah, we got some nice stuff. Oh, now we're in the next.
I
Yeah,
found it interesting until season three, and season three was a bit mad for me, and then season four was like, "What are you
they
doing?"
literally,
And then season five was just like, "My dude," and I left halfway
yeah,
through.
they literally just try to like throw things at you. Be like, oh yeah, and we got this happening. Or
And this
and
happens.
then new challenge times three quadruple reverse, and it's like we give up, dude. We give up. We get it. It's impossible.
It's like, oh, so you want to do this now? So you want to change this? Oh, okay, 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 okay.
Our guy is dying. No, let's bring him back in the next series. It'll be so fun and it's such a plot twist. I mean, face it, all the characters are just bulletproof and immune and will always live. Like, it's just how it is.
Stupid.
So I think that there's gonna have to be an end to Star Wars.
I think so. Yeah.
Like, well, as far as video games go, I think you can always keep going. You can always make newer shooters and different open world games, and I think that works. But for content
Call of Duty be like,
like movies and series and that kind of, there's got to be an end.
yeah, I think there will have to be an end. But the thing about Star Wars is that like it didn't sort of start out from nothing, like obviously it did with the like original trilogy, but there was so much in that, like so many other things mentioned that they could make so much lore, and then from the lore they can make new series and new movies and new things. So there's a lot in it, but you are very right that like there's only so far you can push it, and I feel like Disney, they're known for pushing it.
Marvel, whoa, like Marvel.
Marvel, but I quite like actually the MCU, if I'm being
I know, but
honest. Like obviously it is out of hand, but
yeah,
I still like
like
it.
I have the feeling it might just happen that like we
Oh
see so much Star Wars stuff, and every day, every year there's a series and a movie, and then it just gets to a point where we get kind of older and we're like, just what is this childish crap? There's just always more of it. Let's just stop.
yeah, it might stop being interesting and new, and
Yeah, like
yeah.
because I mean at the moment it's really cool and quite interesting. I was gonna say something, but I forgot it.
Well, yeah, we're probably coming up on time now, if I'm being honest.
We are indeed.
Um,
We
it's 34 and 18, I think. I don't really know what the other recording length was. But yeah, we're probably coming up on time. And even if it's a little bit shorter, we can always just bump it up in the next episode.
Yeah. So we do not have a outro and an intro yet, but we'll get one hopefully. And
We said that last episode. We're gonna say it again
we
this
will. We will. I
episode.
have some ideas that I'll talk to you about later. And
Oh, perfect.
um,
Stay tuned for next episode, guys.
so make sure to follow our Instagram and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Goodbye.
And yeah, goodbye from us. It's been great. Fragging. Coming to you from Aina and Christoph.